Again, we welcome you to our spring 2019 concert. We have several groups that are going to perform for you. The first group will be our middle school band. They're going to do one piece for us, then they're going to go back. They are dismissed at that point, although they're certainly welcome, and we encourage them to stay. But if you have some activity or something you need to get to, they are dismissed at that point. Then we'll have several selected students that are going to play some things for us, some special music for us. Then the advanced concert band, which is made up of middle school and high school students, will perform. They'll perform some of the pieces they did for assessment. We'll perform some of our other pieces that we've added in for the concert. And then we'll go ahead and switch over and actually do a couple of marching band pieces for you. So we're glad you're here. We appreciate your support, not just for our concert. We appreciate your support for the band. We think that band is good for your students. There's a lot of things that come from band, but I'll just touch on a couple that I think are important. One of them is that our music students get scholarships. We have been able to send our students to school using music to help pay for college, not necessarily to go be a music major, but to help pay for college. And if you have a student that's trying to go to college, you know how expensive that is. And one of the ways to do that is to cobble it together, get several different scholarships. So that's one of the things. The other thing it does is it enhances their college experience, even if it doesn't totally pay for college. Right now, we have a student that's over at UT Knoxville, Caroline Guffey. She had an opportunity to play in the Pride of the Southland band, so she was at all the Tennessee football games, like home and away. She also performed in the pep band for the basketball team, the boys basketball team, and she got a chance to go to all those things, including to the NCAA tournament games. So how exciting is that? Now, she's not a music major. She's not over there studying music, but she's using it to really enhance her college. So we think that that's important. Also think that even if your student never uses it again, that music is critical for them to learn how to cooperate together, how to be part of a team, and the self-discipline it takes to be successful. And really feel that the band, the marching band, helps them to do that. All the effort and time that they put in and that you put in does pay off, I think, in the end. So we appreciate your support, you as parents and family and friends who provide them with the support to make sure that they can do what they like to do. Last night, Noah, during our award ceremony, he stood up and he had some very nice things to say. And he reminded the kids, even though they may not have picked up on it, that it's a journey. Where he started 6 years ago and where we are right now, we've come a long way. None of these children, some of these kids weren't even alive, that's how old I am, I guess. But years ago, when we first took over, 17 years now that we've been working with the program, our program was very different, and not in a good way. And really feel like that our program has grown and become something that you, a person from Charleston County, you who has a member in the band, something that you can be proud of. So we appreciate your support. We couldn't do it without you, and we'll continue to ask for your support. The band boosters, which is the parent group or the supporter group, you don't have to be just a parent, you can be in band boosters. Their next meeting is, I believe, Tuesday. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. So we'll meet Tuesday. We'll meet here at 6 o'clock. So if you'd like to be part of that, we have a wonderful president. Boy, he's a wonderful guy, super guy, great guy. Did I say it all right, Mark? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm just checking. He wrote it down for me, so I had to make sure I got it. No. But Martin's a good fellow, and the band boosters are important. It gives you an opportunity to hear what's going on and to have a say in what's going on. So we encourage you to become part of that and participate with that. With no further ado then, this is our middle school band. You'll notice that some of them are in their uniforms because some of them are in both bands. We have middle schoolers that play in both. This band went yesterday down to Oliver Middle School, and we did what's called a festival, concert festival. And at a concert festival, you play a piece of prepared music for a judge, and that judge listens to you, and then they make comments and critiques, and this was good, this is where you need to improve, type of things. And then they rate you on a scale. A scale runs from 1, which is the best, to 5, which is not the best. Okay? And traditionally, our middle school band generally gets about a 2. We've gotten a 3 before, but we generally get 2s. Yesterday, they did a first, at least for the time I've been here, and they got a 1. The judge was impressed. So let's give them a hand. We have a plaque that's coming. We'll have a plaque that will go over at the middle school, and we'll present that to Mr. McCall over at the middle school, and they can proudly show that that hard work paid off. So here's our middle school band under the direction of Mr. Robert Joins II, and they're going to play "We Will Rock You," I believe.
Power Rock.
Power Rock. Sorry, Power Rock. Power Rock.
if you look at your program next, we have a couple of students that have kind of stepped forward in wanting to do a performance for this evening. Our next young gentleman that is up, his name is Mr. Eric Lurch. He will be doing Hello, sung by Lionel Richie, arranged by Sergei Broznik. And if you look at the instrument that he is playing on, that is known as the soprano saxophone. And this is an instrument that he acquired at Christmas. There is a story behind that, just to make it real quick. He's laughing. But anyway, so Mr. Joins had convinced him that if he wrote a letter to Santa Claus, then he could get a soprano saxophone. And so he hurriedly scribbled it out in probably the worst handwriting ever. And then he conveniently kind of crumpled it up and threw it in the trash can. And so Mr. Joins got the letter back out and then told, Eric what he had done. And so, to say the least, he had it under the Christmas tree at Christmas time. So, go Santa, that's right. So anyway, without further ado, Mr. Eric Lurch.
Thank